Go Radio. This is the Modern Hip Hop Channel at 95.3. Mr. Peter Parker, 3 to 7 weekdays, Twin Cities. I'm back at it, and you know how I do, man. Got to bring the local artists through that are working hard, deserving of an opportunity. My man Reeves Juyna is here.
How you doing?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, bro. I can't even lie.
Look at this. Show the pinkies, man. Rockstar
life. You know
Yo, I'm telling you, you found a way to you spicing it up.
Yeah,
I
man.
dapped him up outside. I was like, what is this, man? Yo, you gotta definitely have a cool style.
Yeah, I mean, I got cool influences, man. Shout out to Taught Her How to Dress, and shout out to a guy like Glizzy.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, you
all the rock stars for me.
You're definitely doing your thing these
Thank
days. I hear a lot of people talking about you, some stuff you're doing out there in LA. You're doing behind the scenes work. You have your own music. This mixtape you put out recently, Why Am I Not Famous?
Mm-hmm.
Got some great stuff on there. This record, Validation, very hot. I'm excited about this Game Boy video you got coming up.
Oh yeah, man. That's gonna be sick.
Talk about being an artist in Minnesota these days, man.
I mean, these days being an artist in Minnesota is dope because it's a lot of talent. There's definitely a lot of talent. There's a lot of more opportunities than it once was. Shout out to people like you.
Thank you.
Shout out to Rhyme Sayers.
Yeah.
Doomtree, anybody really putting on. RP Prince.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's time for us to, put our footsteps down.
Yeah.
Make it count.
Do you find any challenges? Does it ever get frustrating?
I mean, the only challenge being from Minnesota is having that Minnesota mindset. I think everybody from Minnesota who actually has done something, from Allen to Bobby or whatever, you realize that once you leave Minnesota, it's bigger than Minnesota. And that's what makes you kind of care about Minnesota in a way, but it's way bigger than Minnesota. And I feel like you'll never really contribute to Minnesota until you realize that. That's about the world.
Yeah.
Feel me?
And it's really easily accessible to this. You can
And once you go somewhere else, you realize how many opportunities not in Minnesota. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You guys be around stars all the time. I'm taking advantage.
This is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yeah.
But it's a big world out there, man.
Yeah.
Are you looking for validation?
Not anymore. I mean, the song is just my validation to let me know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing in my life. You know, the song is just really, when I made it, it just reminds me if I could play one song for anybody, this song represents me as a human being, and I don't even have to necessarily even get to where I thought I need to get because me just curating this is enough for me. For the people that do listen and people that do listen to my music every day, it's validation enough for me. People hit me up that's enough for me.
That's dope. Your perspective is cool, man, because sometimes, even I need to hear that sometimes.
Thank you.
You're trying to do great. You want to do better and better and better and better all the time. Sometimes it's like, yo, man, this is good enough. This is positive. And when the great stuff happens, it's going to come in due time.
For sure, I believe that.
Let's get into it right now, man. Something by Reeves Juyna. We're going local. We got more with this man coming up next. Stick around. Yeah, man, I feel like the validation is due. You're here. It's the Modern Hip Hop Channel at 95.3. Mr. Peter Parker in here with Reeves Juyna.
Yeah.
And you grew up all over the Twin Cities area?
Everywhere, man. From Burnsville, Apple Valley, North Side, South Side, St. Paul is not a hood I can't go, don't get love from. I'm not one of those people that's just from one area. I hate when people ask me, where are you from? I say everywhere. They be so confused. I'm like, it was everywhere. Born North Side. Once my dad realized the North, because he's from Chicago, once he realized it's not where I need to be, moving my mom out to Burnsville.
Yeah.
But I was outside of school district, so I went to Apple Valley, trouble kid, came with South Minneapolis. Almost quit school till I found out about high school recording arts. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Graduated early from high school of recording arts.
Fantastic.
And then,
it's a good thing.
Everywhere.
Man. One place I have seen you is out there at these Black Lives Matter protests with everything that's been happening in the last week or so. Rest in peace to Phil Castile. It was a horrible, horrible thing. We saw the video, but you were inspired to go out and not just be out there, but to speak. What was the message that you were really portraying? Because I heard it, but I want you to say it.
Really my message was, because honestly at the time, I didn't know I was going to speak. It's just something that, when you feel something, you just got to do it.
Right.
And it's not like I'm Superman. I don't have a grand scheme to stop all the violence and police brutality or just injustice with people in general. But the main message I want to get across is I see people on Twitter talking about this and that. Don't put your input into this serious subject unless you really put your life on the line. Unless you're ready to put your life on the line for what you believe in, I feel like you're doing an injustice to the people who are willing to. Because I am. I'm not in a way. I'm not telling people to be violent in no type of manner, but I'm just saying there's people really out here dying for this. You feel me? So unless you are one of those people or willing to be one of those people, just keep going to work and just keep, and if you are not and you really are ready to stand up like I am, like everybody else is, then do something. You know, I don't know what that something is, but
I
do
felt
something.
your passion though, and you being out there and saying, if you're not ready to die for this, go home.
Go home.
And that's how you feel, and your anger and your frustration, my man, is justified. And I just want to applaud you for getting out of your house, going out there and putting your life on the line.
Thank you, but I want to applaud the people that inspired me to go out my house and do that and make the protest. And because I mean, I've seen it before, and I just keep going on with my day. But this time I felt something like, I'm not just finna sit in my crib. Bros, let's go. Hop in the car. We finna go. And just listen, honestly. And then I ended up speaking. You know, a lot of people like, yo, Reeves, when I walking up, you know, and that caught me by surprise. Like, I just can't be sitting here, feel me? And it wasn't even about me. I didn't want to make it about me because it's not about me. It never has been about me. It's about all of us.
You're right.
And that's another thing I did say too. Like, it's not about what the police could do or what the president of the United States could do. Once we start treating people with respect, start treating each other with respect, like, not saying that it doesn't matter. I'm just saying once we make this a custom of how we show people love on a daily basis and how we move within one another.
This police brutality has escalated over the last little while. It's always existed, but it's escalated. And I think that you're right. I talked to Novi on yesterday. He had a great message where it starts within each of us, and to have value for our own lives. And there's crooked police officers and there's racist police officers, and they need to be removed, and they need to be, the system needs to be fixed. But we have to start with ourselves every day. You have to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, because police officers just like us, president just like us. So if we weren't corrupt, if we weren't crooked, they wouldn't be either. Like, maybe, you know, I'm just looking at it on all sides of the fence. You know, so all I can do is speak on me, my behalf, and the people I have influence over, and make sure I'm the best role model I can be for them.
It's amazing. You're doing what you're supposed to do, man.
Thank you.
If people want to follow you, they want to get involved, they want to see what you have to offer, how do they connect with you on social media?
I'm on Twitter heavy.
Yeah, I see that.
Twitter, SoundCloud, Snapchat. Everything is really Reeves Juyna, but the Junior is spelled Junya. And everything is there.
Most definitely. You got any shout outs, man?
I mean, I really just want to shout out Minnesota, everybody who's been checking for me for however long. I'm going to keep working. And even people who doubted me, I'm going to stay humble. I'm going to stay grinding. And shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, dog. Come on, man. Reeves Jr. Follow this man. He's doing great work. You back and forth to L.A.?
Yeah, I got to get back to L.A. soon, but I love Minnesota so much. The summer in Minnesota, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Beautiful women.
Hard to say goodbye.
Great weather. You know what it is, dog. Come on. I see you, bro. Come on. He's shining. I see you, man.
Yeah, rock star, you know.
Yeah, dog. Reeves Jr., man. Support this guy. I'm co-signing all of this. Mr. Peter Parker, Go Radio.